get set. Where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying? Cecil.
I am not MMA, but it seems like MMA to some people doesn't mean mixed martial arts. It means most martial arts. Someone was telling me that he went to a mixed martial arts match with a guy he knows, and I guess one of his friends, and his friend was doing a cage fighting debut, and he got in the cage, and he didn't do too well. He did okay, but he ended up losing the match. I think from what he told me, if I remember right, he said that he was doing well when striking, but then so the opponent came in on his friend and decided to take it in the grappling range because he could not strike him, and he took the friend to the ground and choked him out and stuff. And he said he thought it was brutal and barbaric, and then he said, "That's what you do, isn't it?" I was just like, in this case in particular, I was a little annoyed because I know we had the discussion before, and I said I don't do MMA, even though what I do made to look like MMA. I do not do MMA because MMA is a particular competition format. And what I do, even though I am combining styles, it is still not mixed martial arts because mixed martial arts is a particular sport now. And I said the way you could make MMA better, in my opinion, better meaning safer, definitely not more entertaining, but safer, is if you had karate type rules standing up, for lack of a better term, karate or kickboxing type rules when they're standing up. And then as soon as they go to the ground, you go into judo or jujitsu named waza rules, which would mean no striking at all when people are on the ground. None, period. Even if one person's on the ground, you don't do any striking. And you have a format to do that. You don't, and eliminate ground and pound, which is what I used to talk about in my earlier videos. Just get rid of the ground and pound altogether. If you did that, then you'd have the perfect competition format, or just say, if they're on the ground, if you just have to keep ground and pound, you could say once they're on the ground, no more than 3 strikes. Like if they get you in the ground and pound position and they go 1, 2, 3, that's it. It's over. Match is over. They got you in ground and pound. That's it. Because a lot of people like to see the ground and pound thing. So okay, fine. It's just like how pinning ends a match in judo, and you don't have to necessarily make the person tap out. If somebody gets you in a pin and they hold you for about 25 seconds, they could have killed you. So they've established dominance. So to me, if they can get on your chest at that point where they can hit you 3 clean times, they don't have to keep pounding and pounding to settle it. They've already established dominance. If we were to let it go on, you'd have been done. It's just like a TKO in a boxing match when the person's on their feet. You don't have to wait for the guy to go completely prone, so he's going to have the hits in his head, and then once he or she hits the ground, they already have the impact from the ground plus the impact from the head, and then they're probably going to die. Just like the boxer who died about a week before I made this video in Maryland. Why does it have to go to that? It doesn't have to go to that. You've established dominance. But back to the title of this video. Now it's really getting to the point, just like Freddie Lee used to say in his earlier videos before people ran him off YouTube, and he had to come back and just totally mute his message, in my opinion. And I don't blame him for that, and I don't judge him for that either. That's the internet taking away free speech from people. Now, when people think of martial arts, I think they think of cage fighting. I think MMA in their minds doesn't mean mixed martial arts anymore. It means most martial arts. So what do you think, internet? You are really at a loss to tell me what you think. Do you think MMA means mixed martial arts in the eyes of the public? Or do you think it means most martial arts in the eyes of the public? You let me know. Peace.